Ecstasy's phytoplasma and little cherry virus cause small, misshapen fruit. Fruit often have poor color development. Symptoms are clearest close to harvest when non-symptomatic fruit are ripe. Small fruit may be on some limbs but not others, or vary within a fruit cluster. Good. An insipid, not sweet taste is typical. When scouting, it is important to look at every tree and every row in order to find new infections. Make sure to look at the top as well as the bottom of the trees. The best time to detect symptoms is right before harvest, up to a week before, when symptoms are most obvious. Mark suspect trees and label them so that you can identify them and match them with your samples. The easiest method is with well-labeled flagging tape, but be careful, flagging tape can sometimes disappear in the orchard. Some like to mark the trunk and suspect limbs with spray paint and add a mark if the tree is positive. Others like to mark the tree with flagging tape and then also mark the limb with a loose zip tie that's most symptomatic. That allows them to come back and sample in that symptomatic area, even if folks have harvested that fruit. A third strategy is to mark with tape and large tags made of waterproof paper. Marking the waterproof tags with permanent ink helps reduce fade. I like to mark the trees with tape and then give it a code with a printed tree label. I also mark the location with a GPS so I can come back to find that exact tree. To sample trees with symptoms, sample from symptomatic limbs. Take 4 5-inch cuttings with leaves and fruit stems. Fruit stems are particularly good tissue to extract the pathogen from. Place cuttings in a well-labeled bag with a label that corresponds with your tree label. Keep samples cool by keeping them in a cooler as you go, or putting them in a cooler in your truck at the end of the row. For trees without symptoms, take 4 5-inch cuttings, one from each leader or side of the tree. Include leaves as well as fruit stems. Make sure your bag is labeled and the tree is labeled with the same code. Deliver your samples right away or send them overnight with a cold pack. Symptoms are clearest close to harvest when non-symptomatic fruit is ripe.